the funnel in. And again, I need to get a bigger funnel one of these days. This one is being outgrown by all these corals. You can see the size of the funnel relative to the coral. And then I'm going to grab some of the good stuff here and let that work its way down. So that's, you can see, you'll see some of the bigger chunks come in first. They sink faster than the smaller pieces. And then I'm just going to put that funnel. I'm not going to let it really rest right on the tissue, but just barely touch the tissue. And as those pieces fall in, I'm going to scan across it, trying to keep the fish away as best I can, so that the food distributes over it fairly well. And now that I have what I have left are some small grains. Fish have no fear. Now if you look at what I'm doing, it appears there's a lot of overfeeding going on. And that's okay, because all these animals will come in there and take about 3/4 of it anyway. The hope is that some of it will remain with the animal and be taken in. You can see there's a cleaner shrimp coming in to steal some food now. And the problem is these corals are so slow, but you got to keep protected for quite a while so that they take the food in. Some of the corals are better at night feeding. Their feeder tentacles are out at night. Okay, you may be able to see some of the Formula 1 has been closed up on in the folds. You see that cleaner shrimp going into the fold there to get the food out? That's what you want to prevent from happening. The fish really can't get to it, but those darn cleaner shrimp can. So virtually all the food that I laid down has been blown away by the fish trying to get in there. But about 15% or so has been taken up by the coral within its folds, and the food is being moved over to its mouth. And so I just need to sit here and make sure that shrimp doesn't come around and pick the food right out of the folds before it gets into the mouth. That's going to take about 10 minutes. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes, and if you look carefully, although I didn't show it before, but only now do we see the feeder tentacles coming out. You see the tentacles amongst that fold there. They're all up in this area, and particularly down on this polyp. So the food induces those feeder tentacles to come out. They usually are out at night. The last one I want to try to feed here and show you is this red morphangia. Now it doesn't have any of the feeder tentacles out at all. Very pretty coral. But you can't see any of the feeder tentacles around that mouth. And what we're going to do is go ahead and put the funnel right over the top of that animal. But it's going to take quite a while for the animal to become responsive to the food. There's a clam right in front that I had to move a little bit. And this animal can take fairly large pieces of meat. Again, I'm going to overfeed it to make sure that it gets plenty of food. And this one, I think I can just lay the funnel, just set it right on top. And you can see the food is going down in towards the central orifice. And it's going to take a while for the coral to respond to that. So we'll just leave this set up for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then we'll remove the funnel. The current setup can just sit, I can walk away from it, provided the fish don't knock it over. See the clam there just trying to get itself reoriented. But that should be sufficient to protect it from mainly from the shrimp. And we'll just leave that sit. Okay, I wanted to see if I can show you the shrimp. Nice. Headed away, so. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes or so. And we're going to try to remove that funnel and see if that coral has taken any of the food. You got to move it real carefully, because if it hasn't taken the food and the food is sitting on the top of the coral, it'll blow away real quick with the currents caused by moving the thing. So we're gonna see what we can do about moving it carefully here and just examining underneath to see if indeed the animal has taken some food. I see right now there's already a shrimp ready to go. It appears as though the animal did not take the food. It all blew away when I tried to come around and chase that shrimp away. You can see it's not puffed up in the middle. That would infer that it did not open its mouth and take the food. But we'll try again tonight. It's important that that animal get food, or it will start to die. I'm going to show the mouth region here. When it has taken food, this is all, the center part is all puffed up. I can see the feeder tentacles haven't come out, and the mouth, which is that slit going from the lower right to the upper left, is not open. When it has taken food or it's ready to eat, it puffs up and opens up like a pair of lips, and it hasn't done that. So this is another one I'd like to try to feed right now, and I'll need the funnel to do that. This is a fungia, and it'll take fairly large pieces of Formula 1. I have to place the funnel. Not sure if I can get in there. Place the funnel right over the coral. And see if I can't get some nice pieces to put in there. Now, of course, you need to put this funnel down very carefully, because obviously if you disturb the animal too much, it won't take food at all. It'll just close up. And again, obviously there's a lot of overfeeding going on here, a ton of food going on there. You can actually see the fish. The fish will actually pick at the plastic. There, you see that? Thinking they can get some food. It's okay to pile a bunch of food down there. The coral will take what it wants. The rest will be available for the other animals later. Well, while that's going on, it's going to take another 15 minutes or so. I can come over here and feed these bug spawn. And this I can do with the turkey baster. So I think I can. Here, this animal likes fairly large pieces. I don't know if I can find any big pieces or not. What I do is I just go in and carefully nudge in. In several spots. Some Formula 1. If you go in too aggressively, the tentacles will just close down. You want the animal to believe that a piece of food that was in the water column came by. And again, it's a lot of overfeeding going on. That's okay. The animal will take what it needs, if any, and release the rest. Okay, I put some Formula 1 on this modern meat. I don't know if you can see it or not. There should be some right in there. And here we just drop some pieces right into the, oops, right into the polyps. This is done best at night. It isn't going to eat during the day anyway. But I wanted to show you the technique there. Just take the turkey baster and drop the pieces right into the polyp openings. At night the feeder tentacles are out. You see I've got a I see the arms of a red serpent star. Maybe if done properly I can get some food down there for him and see if he'll eat a little bit. He likes really big chunks. If I can pick up a couple here.